Hello students, welcome back. In this session we are going to discuss about projections. What are the projections? Projections are nothing but drawing a three-dimensional structure or two-dimensional structure onto a plane sheet. See, I'm taking this figure, right? I'm drawing the outline of this figure or else the detailed structure of this figure looking in this direction or in this direction or in this direction. Over here, head, body, hands and legs. So this I can consider this as a front view of this object, and this I can consider side view, this I can consider top view. Means in either one of the view I can see only two dimensions, this dimension and this dimension. These type of diagrams are known as orthographic. If I draw the three dimensions of this object onto the sheet, then I'll call that as isometric. Here we can see only two dimensions. Here we can see three dimensions of this object. Let us consider this object whose bottom is a cylinder, middle is a cube, top is a pyramid. So if I draw this in three dimension, means showing the length, height and width. See here I am drawing over here. See here, I have drawn this object in three dimension, representing this has length, this has width and this has height. If I draw objects like this, showing all the three dimensions, whatever the angle may be, that will be calling as three-dimensional structures. And if I draw all the angles between length, width and height equal, 120 degrees, 120 and 120, then it is called as isometric equal angle diagram, three-dimensional structure. So in this session we are going to make some of these objects and finding out the isometric projections of these objects. So today I am making these type of objects. Let us show you some questions. So these are some of the objects, isometric objects, that we have to find for making those with thermocol blocks. So these are some of the questions and some of the objects. For these objects we have to find the two-dimensional drawing. So these are called isometric figures, and for isometric figures we have to find out orthographic projection. And for isometric, for drawing isometric, this is the isometric figure and this is the orthographic figure. So for finding out the isometric problems, we'll be getting the questions in this manner. So orthographic would be the question and isometric will be the answer for this. So with these we have to draw these type of structures. So this may be the front view and this may be the top view. This is front view, this is side view. We have to draw according to that, taking all the dimensions. Here in the three-dimensional structure you can see the dimensions. This is length, width and height. Here also you can see the length, width and here height. Three dimensions. See, this is the top view. This I can consider length, this I consider width. This is the length because the same projector lines are coming down, and this is the height. So here we can see the height over here 30, the length 60 and the width is total 50. See, you can see here 50, 60 and 30. So according to this, we have to draw the isometric objects. So we have many questions over here. So today first we'll be making the isometric objects, then we'll go for isometric projections of these objects onto the drawing sheet like this. For today's session, I'll be taking some of the questions and I'll be making the isometric figures. I'm selecting this figure. Now I'll make the isometric object of this structure whose width is 80, length is 80 and height is also 80. So I'll be taking the thermocol blocks and I'll cut into 80 mm dimensions for these type of blocks. So this would be 80, this would be 80 and this would be 80. So here I have taken this 80, but the length is little bit more. So I'll cut it off. I'll be using the speed square. By using speed square, I can draw the 90 degrees lines or the 45 degrees lines very easily, and I can cut this. So I'm using a cutter for this. Now I have cutted this approximately 80, 80, 80. Now coming to this figure, from here I have 30, then 20, then 30. Here also 20, 30, 30, 20, 30, 30. So I have to place in such a manner that I'll be getting 20 here and 30 this side. See here, I have made the top portion. This I have to remove. with the top, this one, this block and this block, and bottom I have to make in this shape. See here, this portion we have to remove it off. So if you remove these extruded parts, then we'll be getting the isometric object like this. This is the isometric projections. I'll be getting isometric object like this. So I'll be cutting this now. See, I have cutted all the portions. Now you can see this structure over here. This arrow mark indicate this is the front view. So this is the front view over here. Front, you can see this portion and this portion, and from looking from top you can see this portion and the hidden part of this one. And side view would be in this direction. You can see this is the side view, front view. This surface is a front view, and looking in this direction, side view. This is the side view, and looking in this direction, this is the top view. Front view, side view and top view. You can see these type of objects, and similarly I have made several other objects also in this manner, and I'll highlight the edges. So looking in either directions, for the front view or the top view, you can get the edges, whatever the edges are visible to your respective views. We can see these blue lines. I have to darken these edges also. I mark all the edges. Now looking in either direction, I can draw the front view or else side view or else top view or else the isometric view of this object. So similarly, I have made other objects also. I'll show you one by one. This is the object. This is one more object. This is one more object. This is one more object. I have made all these objects by using thermocol blocks only. For the holes, I have used drill bits for drilling these large holes, because I can't cut the circulars with the blade, but other shapes I have cut it with the blade. So these are the isometric objects made with the thermocol blocks and highlighted the edges. So if this is the front view, you can see this surface and this surface also. If this is the top view, this surface and this surface can also be seen in the top view. If this is a side view, we can see this has surface and this surface also. Means this surface can be viewed in three directions: front view direction, top view and side view. For looking this, bottom is a cylinder and this one is the cube and this is a pyramid, square pyramid. You can see this. This looks same in either all directions, right? This view, this view, this one. This is the front view. We can see the length and height, and side view width and height. Top view length and width. For these objects also, we can see in this direction, this surface can be seen in this direction, and in this direction also. These objects, the steps problem object. So these are the isometric objects. For these objects, in the coming videos, I'll be making the isometric projections of these objects and the orthographic projections also. How to make this in 2D and 3D. Okay. Thanks for watching and do subscribe the channel and watch it regularly for updates in engineering drawing. Thank you.